So we're about to come up on my grandma's 1 year. And I've been thinking about it off and on lately, especially at work and whatnot. Of course, I stopped myself from crying before I can get that far. I was just thinking that one of the things she used to do, as long as I can remember and before I was born, because she would talk about it, one of the things she used to do, and now I can't even remember what days, but if you know as soon as I mention it. She had to watch it. I had to stop whatever I was watching so she could watch it before you could record anything, of course. And she'd watch it live until we could record, and then if something happened or she took a nap, she could go back and rewatch it or catch a rerun if something happened. She used to watch General Hospital. I could never get into it. Though there were a couple times when I got older, I would, walk through the house when it would be like that time it would start airing. And, I'd catch glimpses here and there. And, I'd be like, what the heck is going on? And she'd give me a tiny rundown of what just happened. Still lost because she used to watch it since day one. I don't know if I can get into it because it's been going on for so long. I actually don't even remember how many seasons there are before she passed, let alone how, much since then. I don't even know if they have a TikTok, but I've been thinking about it, and before she passed, literally months before she passed, her best friend, who we considered family and a cousin after getting married and having a kid, with our cousin. And when he passed, we still considered her family. So, and, they would talk every single day, repeatedly, calling all the time, because she didn't have a lot of friends. But one thing that she had to always call about would be General Hospital, and they would talk about it on the phone the entire time. Talk about what just happened, or they'll watch it and then call after. And then she passed. So Grandma would watch it by herself. And then months later, she passed. And it's just weird to think, because no one else in here watches it. I mean, I can try to watch it, but I don't know how long it'll be before I can catch up to where she was. I was hoping that wouldn't turn back on so soon. It just turned off just 3 to 4 minutes ago. The AC, I mean. So, when General Hospital decides to end the show, someone please let me know so I can cry for my grandma, because I know she would have cried on the last episode, and then I can binge watch the whole thing for her, so then I can understand some of the stuff she would talk about, and I'm sitting there what is she talking about? I know there was another show very similar to that, and almost the same emotion into watching it. I think it was Saving Grace. I think. I didn't Google that before I started this video. But those were the two soap operas she'd always watch. At least General Hospital was the one I would always see her catching her watching every time it would come on, or even just reruns. Just if there's nothing else better on, she just watch reruns. But like I said, if they don't have a TikTok, because I will try to find if they do, someone please tell me, come back to this video, or if you can find me on my other social medias, please tell me when they decide to stop. Hopefully not anytime soon. Just so I could have enough time to try to start watching all of it, because there's so many. One time I saw how many, like, one of the times I caught her watching it live, like, as it was airing for the first time, and I saw, like, what season it was and what episode. I'm sitting here, I'm like, that's too much, way too much. But that's one of the things I always would catch her doing my entire life. So, yeah. I just thought about that a little bit ago, because I'm watching the dog, so my grandpa's playing D&D in a different town right now. He'll be back soon anyway.